Hey guys, welcome back to Beamer PhD. I'm your host Tim, and today we're continuing to work on this 295,000 mile BMW 525i. If you remember from my previous video, we were talking about how crankcase pressures really, the crankcase vent valve failed on this car and crankcase pressures were really high. So what that did is it blew out the weakest link, right? So if we observe for a moment here, this is the gasket. We can see a slight tear in the gasket, light coming in. And this was the very top corner where the oil was running down this way from our earlier video. So we did verify that the gasket did fail. Now this is a new gasket that we installed, so very likely this failure occurred due to the high crankcase pressures from the failed PCV valve. However, since this customer had already purchased an oil pan gasket from a previous repair under 3 years, 36,000 miles, we went ahead and covered this at no cost to the client. So we're replacing this gasket and doing the labor job at no cost. Now, during this repair, I did notice something, so I want to bring to your attention, so follow along. We've got the oil pan off the car, and while we have this up in the air, we wanted to go ahead and inspect the timing chain. And this is the chain that controls the oil pump. And as you can see, there's a tremendous amount of play in this chain right here. So, given the fact that the car has 295,000 miles on it, we're going to recommend that while we've got this oil pan off, we can go ahead and replace this oil pump and the chain. And the customer will save a tremendous amount of money now that it's open, because it's not that much more work to go ahead and replace it from this point on. Versus if we don't do anything and we put it back together and we start having some oiling system problems, we got to come back to this scenario, which is about 4 or 5 hours worth of work, and that's really what we're trying to avoid. So, moral of the story is this: while we've got the oil pan open, we highly recommend that we replace this high pressure or this high mileage oil pump and chain. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button.